Absolutely stoked. Alright guys, welcome back to the Wet Mammal channel. Today I'm currently in Fiji, but we are heading back to the United Kingdom. I was in the UK for a few months and we're basically doing a catch-up. So today's episode is spearfishing the UK with Spearfin, a fantastic UK-based Spearo, actually from my home county in Devon. He's an awesome dude. You'll absolutely love his channel, and I know that you're going to froth this episode, so make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. Check out Spearfin's links in the description. Honestly, it's a wicked channel. If you like what I do, you're going to love what he does. And yeah, enjoy and let me know what you think. Catch ya. I met Harvey quite early in the morning to pack up the boat before we headed out for our mission. This was my first time meeting Harvey, but we hit it off like a house on fire straight away. As we come close to arriving at our dive site, we stumble across these absolutely awesome Rissoed dolphins who come right up to the boat and are acting super playful. So I throw the drone up and capture these guys from above. These are Rissoed dolphin. They're actually quite rare and the only member of their little genus. Super playful and really fun to watch. You can see a couple of tail slaps to the face like that, which is really fun. And another one there. These guys had a lot of fun just playing around, grabbing seaweed, flicking it around and just enjoying the hot summer sun. But me and Harvey didn't just come out here to film dolphins. Time to gear up, it's time for spearfishing.
Anchored on a little reef in 8 metres of water. Got the float out the back, we're all suited up, ready to go, we're just about to jump in, so yeah.
Much more to add, just gonna get wet. Should see some bass, maybe pollock, maybe bream, maybe something. We'll try. So finally, back into the UK waters. It's a lot colder than Fijian waters, I guarantee you. The last dive that I had in Fiji was at 31.4 degrees and my first dive in the UK was 12.8 degrees. That's a huge temperature difference and I definitely felt it. Unfortunately, I was getting absolutely smacked by pollen and the hay fever was running high, which led to some unwanted coughs at depth, which managed to scare away the bass. So me and Spearfin just decided to scout around the reef to try and locate this school of bass. We encountered some other creatures along the way. Thankfully, Harvey encountered the bass and called me on it and I came over and it was a wicked school to see. They weren't the large models that we were hoping for, but good, nice, tasty, legal sized bass. Can't beat it. I put my shot in through the gill plate, which is a good holding shot, and I pulled the puppy up to the surface. As with all fish, once up at the surface, the aim of the game is to put the fish out of its misery as quick as possible, and we do this with a quick knife to the brain. Absolutely stoked to be back on European bass, honestly one of my favourite eating fish on the planet. We're allowed 2 in the day, we're allowed 2 a day in the UK, so I make sure that I dive down again onto the same school in a slightly different location, line up a second fish, and boom. I've got to say, now that I'm out of Fiji and Australia with no sharks to worry about, I can keep my fish on my shooting line, which is great for building in fish curiosity and getting the fish closer to you. With 2 bass in hand, I head back to the boat, as that's me done for the day, and I decide to scout on Harvey from the surface. Harvey gets all loaded up and heads down into the deep. Here we can see some lovely looking pollock, but they're not the intended target. Today we are targeting bass. After a little while down on the bottom, the school comes in on Harvey. Assuming that the bass were going to stick around and tornado, Harvey decides to wait off for his shot. Awesome to see these fish schooled up like this. They really are one of the coolest fish in the UK waters, and Harvey decides not to take a shot. Unfortunately, Harvey had a second dive down and shot a bass but didn't capture it on film as his GoPro had died. Good one, GoPro. And you might see behind us, we're giving a little tug and tow, so some fellow Spearos. But yeah, I'll show you what's in the esky. Well, I keep turning to your fucking record. We got cheese and beer, which is really good. Underneath, we got 3 bass, and we are absolutely stoked for that. Harvey, what do you reckon of today?
Eventful, to say the least.
Eventful.
We got some fish, and we've had nice weather, so you can't really complain.
Yeah, exactly. You can't complain. Stay out on the water, fish in the esky. And yeah, good times, good memories. After towing the other spearfishing boat into the harbour safely, me and Harvey made a quick beeline to go back to some sheltered waters to cook up these delicious sea bass.
Absolutely stoked. 2 lovely bass, and this is probably perfect eating size bass. Cut these up and make a bit of a curry with some masala, just because it's in the wrap pack, why not?
Nice, looking forward to it.
Get rid of it. That went round back in my face.
Did it?
Yeah. I always used to say that they were.
Here you can see me scaling a bass in a unique way, which sadly went to waste as we decided to just use chunky meaty fillets for our curry. But by filleting the scales off this way, you can actually secure a lot more moisture and the texture is slightly enhanced, resulting in a better fish, especially for baking and pan frying. Filleted the bass up and chopped into nice big meaty chunks before Harvey chucks some butter into the pan and we cook up the feast. It's a real team effort with the cooking, as me and Harvey both take turns in seasoning and cooking up the fish.
We got the sizzle.
This is Ocean Ledge. Keep your eye out for this seasoning. It's going to be available very soon and it is absolutely delicious.
Greens, bit yellow. Right, so we've just chucked in 2 of Her Majesty's finest curries and Mexican Moroccan bean slaw thing in with the bass, and it is smelling absolutely delicious and it looks really, really appealing. Treat. Me and Harvey, as a team effort, have just cooked this up and it smells delicious. It's still quite hot and we're going to go for a bit of a taste test. This is bass flesh. Fish cooked beautifully.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Harvey, we've had a pretty good day, day 1, huh?
A couple of bass today. Hopefully tomorrow we can tick off a few different species, a few lobsters, maybe a few brown crab, if we're lucky.
All comes down to luck, but we got a couple of these. Stunning sunset on literally the longest day of the year.
Cheers.
So, cheers. Cheers.
Just want to say a massive thank you to Harvey from Spearfin because it was a perfect day. We headed out to target bass, and although we didn't find the large models we were hoping for, we still had a cracking day in the water, managed some fish, brought them back and cooked them up, along with a whole heap of sea life encounters. Can't beat it. Stay tuned for the next one, guys.
Oh,